Every life has a story. Some are seen, some are never heard. This is Life Story Voice. For most of his life, rest felt like a crime. If he was not working, he felt behind. If he paused, he felt selfish. Somewhere along the way, he learned that his value was measured by how much he could carry. The more tired he was, the more useful he believed he had become. So he stayed busy. Busy was safe. Busy meant no questions. Busy meant no space for feelings. Even on days when his body begged him to slow down, his mind pushed harder. There is still more to do. Others are counting on you. You can rest later. Later never came. Rest was something he promised himself after everything was finished. But everything was never finished. There was always another bill, another responsibility, another quiet expectation. He told himself it was normal, that everyone lived like this, that this was what adulthood looked like. But inside, something was wearing thin. He stopped enjoying mornings. Sleep did not refresh him anymore. Even silence felt heavy. Still, he kept going, until one evening, after a long day that felt like every other day, he sat down and did nothing. No phone, no work, no plans, just stillness. At first, guilt rushed in. You are wasting time. You should be doing something useful. The familiar voice of pressure was loud. But for once, he did not listen. He stayed still. Minutes passed. Then more. Nothing bad happened. The world did not collapse. No one called in panic. Life continued without his constant effort, and that surprised him. He realized something simple, yet deeply uncomfortable. He had been resting only when exhausted, never before. He had been giving everything away and calling it strength. But strength, he slowly understood, is not the absence of rest. It is knowing when to stop. That night did not fix his life. It did not erase years of habit, but it planted a new thought. What if rest was not a reward, but a requirement? What if taking care of himself did not mean abandoning others? The next day, he tried something small. He said no to one extra task. He took a break without explaining himself. He allowed silence into his schedule. The guilt returned, but softer, and each time he chose rest, it lost a little power. He learned that being available all the time made him less present, not more. Had exhaustion dulls kindness. Had burnout steals joy quietly. Slowly, he began to redefine responsibility. Responsibility was not about sacrificing himself completely. It was about staying whole enough to keep going. He still worked hard. He still cared deeply, but he stopped apologizing for needing rest. He stopped believing that suffering was proof of worth. Some people think rest is laziness, but those people have never carried too much for too long. Rest, he learned, is how you survive without disappearing. It is how you stay human in a world that keeps asking for more. He did not become a different person. He became a healthier one. And for the first time in years, he felt something unfamiliar. Peace. Not because life was easy, but because he finally gave himself permission to breathe. Some lessons come late, but they come when we are ready. This was a life story, and every life has a voice. This was a life story, and every life has a voice.